Hello, so today you join me from my rental car, my BMW 320d. There is no Billy and there is no Ed today. It's going to be something slightly different. So I've picked up the 320d and that's the fuel light on, noise I'm very much used to in any BMW now. But I drove this car for a bit and I thought, you know what? There is something already. It's better than my M6 because it's connected to my phone automatically and starts to play music, which is absolutely unheard of for me, if I'm honest. And there's another bong, washer fluid level low, brilliant. But anyway, it wouldn't be a BMW if there wasn't something wrong. So, and today's all really about, could you actually live with a car like this and not need a performance car on the side? So it's currently saying 24 miles of range. It is, the fuel gauge is kissing the zero, and if I was in the M6 I would have run out of fuel by now, because in the time I'm talking to you it would have run out. There's no chance it would have been still living. So I'm going to go to a petrol station and I'm going to put 20 quid. I'm going to see what 20 quid gives me in terms of fun factor. Is this car going to be more fun than the M6 every day? You know, it's got everything you need, and it really makes you think, do you need a big engine performance car? But the car was good. It does sound like a tin can, but a car like this really is just a car that is just made for being in pretty good luxury while, you know, still hitting God knows how many infinite MPGs this car does, but I'm sure it's phenomenal. It is just lovely. Like, I get into the car, you know, all my things are connected, and obviously, you know, if you have a newer performance car, I'm sure it does all this stuff plus the huge enormous engine that everyone loathes for. But at the end of the day, do you need the huge enormous engine? Because I pulled up, of course you'd. So, you know, I pulled out of a junction earlier in this thing, and bloody hell, like, it pulled out of that junction. If I was in the M6 and I had to pull out of the same junction in the same situation, I would be dead right now, because I'd have no grip, no traction, and I'd be in a bush because the rear end would have come out once it did get traction. Whereas this has got xDrive, 2 litre diesel, and it just pulls insanely from low down. Like, I'm just driving around now, so just pulling along. Oh, look, there's a gap over there. And there it is. You can kind of feel it kick in, but that is literally all you need. In the M6, I need to really wring the engine out to get a, you know, hard performance out of it. We're just pulling the Sainsbury's petrol station. No, let's see what we can get out of this car. So it's literally on zero, so I'll be showing you guys in a bit. 20 quid in. So how much is diesel at the minute here? £1.26.9. So £1.27 a litre. Quite expensive, really. Oi. Ignition switched on. Oh, I don't know how this stupid keyless thing works. Right, anyway. Right, so that is just over a quarter of a tank, and it is saying 151 miles. 140, I'm losing petrol turned off. Maybe petrol is better than diesel. Right, so that's what I'm getting, 149 miles of range. And let's see how far we can go on that quarter of a tank. Let's see how it pulls. We are doing 20 miles an hour, right? 3, 2, 1. Foot down. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Now the diesel's running out of punch. Now the V10, that's absolutely gone. 85. But then again, you know, I'm already at 85. Do you need any more than 85 miles an hour? And the correct answer is you do not. And I wasn't doing 85 miles an hour because that'd be illegal. You know, this power is enough power to tide over a family with a goat. I don't know. I don't think I've ever put my foot down in the M6 and ever needed to go from 0 to more than 50 in my life, unless I'm with Billy Blackham, and then he drives like an total twat and you have to keep up with him. But if you're not with Billy Blackham, then you can probably, well, you don't need to be going faster than 0 to 50 really at the end of the day. Bloody hell, it does haul. And we've caught up with a Nissan Almera. So that is the end of that. And we're down to 40 miles an hour in what was a 60. So that is that, really. I do really want to overtake this donut. Why has he come out to get his pension at this hour? It's ridiculous. Man needs to go home and fester somewhere in the middle of that field. Instead he's blocking me and where I'm trying to go. Why is this man in his Nissan still going the way I want to go? It's absolutely ridiculous. Why has the man not got anything better to be doing with his life apart from irritating me? Of course, my range is increased by a mile because the Nissan is driving sensibly, and I'm not. But anyway, we're just coming off this bit of road now, and I immediately see one problem lying ahead, and that is a Fiat 500 coming up to the roundabout as well, which means that Fiat is going the same way I'm going as well. So far, the drive, I've really enjoyed it. Good car, comfortable. It does rattle a lot from there. So not so good on that front, seeing as my car doesn't rattle at all, and this car's only done 9,800 miles. Anyway, coming down here now, still stuck behind this Fiat 500, and just because I'm with you guys, I've not raged. Otherwise, by now, would have gone and then done a Jeremy Clarkson on power, and then overtook and probably ended up in a tree. Oh my bloody god! Please. Right, let's go. That's 40. Okay, I set this car. It's quite brisk up to 30, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Now I'm on a proper bit of road, and I'm looking at it from my Duncan point of driving quickly view. It does need a bit more power, and obviously the massive benefit of this car is you look like an undercover cop car. So everyone's shitting themselves immediately when you're behind them. Right, and now obviously I left about an 18-minute gap, and I'm already stuck behind Nissan Duke. It's today the day of every single car. Oh my god. Good news is the automatic wipers are working really well, because that just wiped for me. That sounded bad. So with daylight fast leaving us and the wind really becoming bloody annoying now in my face, would I personally have a 320D over an M car? Absolutely not. But thinking about it, it's made me think, do I need an M car at all? Driving a car like this puts it all into perspective. Why pay £500 a year road tax? Why fill up every 5 minutes of the day when you can drive a car like this, use literally 0 miles of range, pay no road tax probably, I don't really know, but I'm sure it's nothing and not going to dent the bank account compared to an M6. I mean, it just begs the question, on roads like we do have in the UK, where you haven't got German autobahns, where you aren't blasting down at 7,000 miles an hour, do you need a car that's any more than this? Would something for 330Z be absolutely perfect? But anyway, I'll leave you to it. Your thoughts on the car? I love it. Would I buy one? Yeah, I would. Would I trade my M6 for one? I think if I drove a 335D, I'd have a hard time pushed to see why I couldn't have a 335D over an M6, to be honest. But anyway, right, leave you guys to it. So just for the record, it's come to the end of the day, and we can see I've got 90 miles of range left. The diesel's really barely moved. It's moved about 2 notches, and we've covered, 75 miles. So yes, bloody economical. Bloody economical. What a car.